there, you beautiful people. I am Mr. Riddlesworth, and welcome to my very noobish case modification video, where I'm just going to try and improve airflow to my case by basically modding the case and removing parts that don't need to be there, or that I don't need to be there. As you can see here, the case is a very jumbled mess of wires and things like that. I've already taken the sides off so you can see there's not a lot of space on the back side for cables, and on the top that's the radiator. As you can see on the inside, it's very disorganized. The hard drives are out, so this at the front is where I'm going to put the actual radiator itself. I'm just going to take off the cover from the front. I mean, you just can pull it off with one hand, which is pretty cool. And then we have the front fans, which have built-in LEDs. A couple of them are broken, but they're not very difficult to remove. Same as the hard drive cage. You just pin these two tabs, give it a bit of a wiggle, and it just pops right out. As you can see, I have labelled my hard drives to the colour of the SATA cable that they are connected to. This one's blue and the other one is black, so that I can separate my primary drive from my other drive, basically my secondary drive. Taking out the front fans is not that hard. You just have to remove the filter brackets. There's a top, a middle and a bottom one. I've already taken off the top and bottom, but it's just the middle one that I need to take off now. So here we go. As you can see, I've removed the bracket in the middle, and we just need to disconnect the fans, which are connected to the controller here at the top, and basically remove the fans. Here I'm also disconnecting the top fans and the radiator to be ready to be positioned at the front of the case, which took a little bit more hassle than I thought it would. I do apologise, but the footage of me removing the hard drive cage at the bottom is gone. Yes, my phone ran out of battery, I do apologise, but there were rivets holding the bottom cage in there. As you can see, the cage is out and the fans are out. It's pretty bare now. Can you see these flaps at the front? They were protruding brackets, so what I did was snip them, and now I'm just going to press them flat with a pair of pliers so that the radiator sits flat against those brackets at the back. Okay, now we need to inspect all the components and make sure that, you know, nothing's too dirty and need to clean. Yeah, I moved this fan from the bottom of the case, and I taped over the back already, so I'm not going to redo that. It's nice and airtight. Yeah, very dusty. The filters on these were especially dusty, but they'll be clean now. The radiator's not too bad. We'll give it a bit of a tickle. I'm going to direct airflow in this way when it's all complete. We're not going to put the hard drive cages back in, but you could do if you wanted to with the bottom one. The top one wouldn't go in because it needs the top hard drive caddy to pin it in. No, the fans are very dirty. They definitely need a good clean. As you can see, the hard drives are in the top there, in the drive bays. To get them out of the way and to tidy up the cable management a bit more. Just 2 screws to secure them in place has worked very well. I think more companies need to do this, to be honest. Just put one like drive bay in the top and then put hard drive case caddies underneath, up to probably 3. Look at this, dusty. Ugh. I damaged the case at the back a bit, but not too much. Anyway, that's the liquid cooling system. As you can see, the top, I've put the front fan, the first one in. I've had to cut the mesh out of the top because of the previous modification, because the radiator wouldn't fit in the case, because the case isn't made for water cooling. even though it has pipe grommets in the back for an external liquid cooler, you know, this is best so that it's more portable, having an all-in-one and everything inside. But yes, it's very jagged up there. Don't touch, you'll cut yourself. And be sure when you're using a vacuum cleaner to use a soft bristle on the end, a soft bristle attachment on the end of the pipe, which is what I like to use because it gets into all the nooks and crannies and pulls out any dust, and also it prevents you from damaging any components. Okay, now it's time to start adding the black tape and covering the front filter intake at the bottom, so we can direct the airflow out of the top and the top back of the case. Okay, I got my partner in crime holding the camera here for me to give you a better angle of what I'm doing. So I'm basically using a black electrical tape and putting it under the rails where the filter would usually go in. You can actually reapply the filter after you've done the taping, as long as you don't clam up the rails too much, which is why I usually push down the tape into the cracks with the flat-headed screwdriver like this, and that way you can get the filter back in again after the process. Yeah, if you're going to not put the filter in, you can do this method, which is taping over the actual rails as well to cover any gaps, to basically stop air escaping or getting in, especially dust. You don't want dust to get up in there, because that really does reduce your performance, especially if it gets on the graphics cards or anything like that. You know, it chokes up the heatsink and it doesn't work as efficiently. And there we go, just cover that one. Okay, so here I am putting the last fan in the top of the case. Sorry about the arse in the face. I look like being on a budget flight with my cheap boxer shorts on. Sorry about the arse in the face. I'll be sitting down shortly. But yeah, so just screwing the top two fans that came out of the front. As you can see, the radiator's on there and it's attached. But the radiator is actually being adjusted from this original video to increase airflow a little bit more. I brought the fans from the outside in and attached them to the back of the radiator in a pull, which seems to be more efficient and cooling it, to be honest. And so that's where the fans were originally. I'm just routing the top fans to the connector that is connected to the controller on the top. Okay, so just putting the front case on everything. Get it laid down, ready for installation of the cards. Okay, as you can see here, we have the motherboard, which is lovely. I lost footage of putting the cards in. I do apologise. My phone ran out again. As you can see, there's not much room for cable management in the sides of these. It's very flat. But the front and the back fans will help the front drawing air through the radiator. As you can see through the window, it looks very neat and tidy-ish. I did a little bit more with the cable management afterwards. But here she is, all lit up in all her glory. There is still some minor management that needs doing. And it does run a lot cooler. It's like 5 degrees cooler just by moving the position of the radiator. And it's worked really, really well. Really well. But anyway, guys, that's my little kind of PC mod that I've done. And it's the first one I've ever done from start to finish, modding the actual window in the side as well. That was a pain in the butt, but it's all been fun nonetheless. So thank you guys very much for watching. Much love to every single one of you. Stay beautiful and peace out.